Hello everyone, welcome to Raw Online. I am Dr. Venkatakrishnan, Professor of Medicine. The topic for discussion is approach to multiple cranial nerve palsy. It's a very tough topic. We will make it as simple as possible and with the approach to localization and what are the important aspects of multiple cranial nerve involvement. We will discuss with the case-based scenario and what are difficulties we will discuss. The history is of a 1-year-old with history of left ear pain. There is deviation of face to the right side for 9 months, left facial palsy, decreased vision of the left eye 3 months. History of present illness goes as the patient presented with left ear pain since 1 year, associated with ear discharge. Discharge is yellowish in color, non-blood stain, non-foul smelling. Pain had associated hearing loss in the left ear. Also gives history of recurrent fever during the episodes. Patient noticed deviation of the face to the right side since 9 months. As I told you, it is left facial palsy with other features suggestive of left facial palsy. No history suggestive of a fifth nerve involvement. There is no numbness or decreased sensation in the face. There is history of decreased vision in the left eye since 3 months. It is insidious and gradually progressing. He has difficulty in reading newspapers, counting fingers, perceive the finger movements. It is not possible. No watering, redness, diplopia or pain in the affected eye. No history of restriction of eye movements in the affected eye. This history is important. When the patient has presentation of pain, redness, there are specific conditions which can produce chemosis and retroorbital pain. There is no restriction of eye movements. The patient is able to look to the sides and up. No history of loss of smell, chewing disturbances, lower cranial nerve palsy. No history suggestive of a lower cranial nerve palsy. No history of weakness of the body, able to do is no motor weakness. No sensory disturbances. No history of involuntary movements, altered sensorium and neck stiffness. No history suggests meningeus inflammation or meningitis. No constipation, no bladder bowel disturbances, nothing to suggest autonomic disturbance. Past history, since childhood he has CSOM and he had a surgery done for CSOM, modified radical mastectomy 1 year back. They did the surgery because of a diabetic neuropathy and a diabetic foot. His left big toe is amputated 5 years back and followed by below knee amputation of the right leg, left big toe, right leg 1 month back. Strong suggestion of diabetic peripheral vascular disease and neuropathy. He is a smoker, smokes 20 cigarettes per day for 15 years, nil significant family history. What is the summary? Here is a patient with uncontrolled diabetes, probably uncontrolled diabetes because the patient has a peripheral vascular disease, no definite symptoms to suggest neuropathy. Only by examination we can find out whether the patient has a definite neuropathy. Uncontrolled diabetes with CSOM with facial palsy, with a 8th nerve involvement and vision is decreased, optic nerve is involved as per the history. This is what is the symptom.